Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy reading. Let's dive right in. We'll start with an oracle message as always. Today I brought affirmations by Gabby Bernstein. So this is called the Spirit Junkie actually, but it does have messages in the forms of positive affirmations. And then we'll get to tarot, do a checkup on what's going on with the energies, what else do we need to know about the journey. And at the end, I'll post some messages in love for each of the twin collectives with this little love oracle cards. All right, let's get started. I get to enclosing clothed eclipse, and I just got reminded that we actually have equinox roughly a week from now. I think it's next Sunday, actually, the 22nd of September. But yeah, it's close enough. Let's put it that way. And yeah, just as a heads up, since I think I mentioned it a couple of times, I am going on another trip a week from now. So first of all, if you want to get in with the personal reading, better to order it now, like pretty much today, tomorrow, if you want to make sure. The more you wait, there's less chance that I'm gonna be able to do it before I leave on my trip. And once I'm on my trip, I'm gonna have limited availability because, well, first of all, I definitely want to enjoy the experience with, people I'm gonna be meeting there, and also my own agenda that I, have a rough agenda, but still there is a plan. So I want to make sure that I have as little distraction as possible. And also, I'm not sure what the internet connection is gonna be over there, different places. So it's going to be harder for me to promise specific timeline, deadline, whatever. So keep that in mind. As for the public readings, I will try to keep them going as much as possible. I'll definitely record a few before I leave on my vacation so that you have it at least for the next few days. And then we'll see. We'll grab a couple of decks, not too many, but I think I'll figure something out. So there may not be readings every day necessarily, but I'll do my best. Divine Feminines, I welcome healthy, loving relationship. Oh, love it. I actually had an oracle message, I think it was card of the day a couple of days ago, about codependent versus healthy relationship. Yeah, I think it was yesterday, and the card was Wandering Circus. So watch that if you haven't, because there is obviously more text, more information there on it. But I love this as an affirmation, right? And you can use it in your journaling, you can use it in your meditation and prayer practice, whatever you're doing. I welcome healthy, loving relationships that are interdependent, not codependent. Very big difference. For masculines, I'm a light worker in disguise. We just saw the change maker again a couple of days ago. The cosmic change maker was the card for the masculines, and now we're seeing this again. I'm a light worker in disguise. I don't have to talk about it. I can just be it. Yeah, and sometimes, especially as masculines see the example of their feminines, maybe using big words, maybe having this sacred hidden knowledge that they use in different rituals that they do, and they start thinking, okay, I have big shoes to fill, or I don't think I'm ever going to be able to keep up with that. If they're already adjusting to the idea that they have a special mission, even if they don't call it the light worker mission, right? This could be concerns. So it's very important to know that you don't need to talk about it. You don't really need to, well, I guess you need to name it just so that people actually know what is it that you're offering. But it doesn't have to be, you don't have to make a big deal, a big launch, a big special thing, now I'm starting a new life, right? It can be more okay, I'm leading by example, right? I'm sharing my journey, whatever it is, right? And my craft. And that's already the light worker mission. Maybe you'll discover more nuances to it or more ways of how you can do it later on, right? But you don't need to know all the answers at once. Okay, we'll do this. 5 of coins. Oh my god. again, but this time it's for both twins actually. Feeling of loneliness and somehow missing out, I'm hearing. I'll use the Celtic deck today. I'm thinking about bringing this on my journey because A, it's small, B, it's new, C, it's beautiful. So maybe I'll actually consider my decks this weekend, and I'm gonna put them away so I don't use them before I leave and you guys don't get bored too quickly. Being a little strategic. That's why I have 50 plus decks, right? So, feminines, you have Page of Cups clarified by Six of Cups. In both, we see children, basically, right? It's not always the case in these cards, but this is the case here. So definitely big time, inner child work, connecting to your inner child. If that's not something that you're accustomed to or you know you're doing, then this is an invitation to do more of that work and to see how you can give a helping hand, kind of, or give a warm hug to your inner child, and where you can help them find them. Well, them, because up to you to decide whether it's masculine or feminine. We're talking about energy here, not the gender, right? But you can help your inner child find comfort, get soothed, get reassured that they're loved, that they're cared for, right? That's the Cups energy, and you can act as this Page of Cups to give that like very direct and very pure gesture of love. For masculines, we have Eight of Cups clarified by Three of Cups. Look at all the cups today. Oh, wow. So that makes 11, by the way. Part of 11. What did we have here? No, this was not 11. Got my aroma lamp here. I'll show you guys. Just checking on it to make sure that there's still something here. But yeah, I've got some bergamot in it. I've had this lamp for like 20 years, not even joking. And this was one of the few things that I've been carrying with me, you know, whenever I move in the world. It's special. Okay, so anyway, so this is reconsidering what is the source of joy for Divine Masculine. So walking away of things that seem to be, but they're not, right? And that could be for different reasons. First, because maybe it was more of an either addiction or some kind of external validation, but they didn't really enjoy it, right? And you can really see that now, and you're saying no to continuing to spend your energy that way. Or maybe because your energy changed, the vibration, the frequency, then this activity, whatever it is, doesn't bring you as much joy anymore, right? And you're thinking, like, you're catching yourself thinking, why am I even doing this? I know maybe you were part of a boat club or something, because you had friends who were there and you didn't even have a boat, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll do it, of course. They talked you into it, and now you're like, I'm spending X amount of money and time, I don't know, every month, every year, every quarter on this boat club, and I don't even enjoy it. Like, how did I get myself talked into it, right? Like, suddenly that enlightenment comes in. What's the additional question? The Moon clarified by the Temperance. Beautiful combination. I love it. Although technically it's fire and water, but we definitely see that there is this smoothing out of the energy, right? This is finding peace and patience in knowing, in feeling, right? Like using your feelings as a compass, not seeing it as a distraction or, I don't know, embarrassment, right? Sometimes we may feel like we appear immature when we show our emotions. So we realize, we replay it to ourselves, we realize that the way it sounds, right? That it's like, yeah, I wish I didn't have to say that, but I felt like I had to say that in the moment, right? So it's almost like then people become detached from their feelings because they become impermissible feelings, something that we shouldn't be feeling and expressing them through emotions, right? That's when I actually spoke about the wheel of emotions in my last, well, no, actually, that was probably the recording of one of upcoming episodes for Mindfully Awake. That's gonna come out actually next Friday. I have to do this pre-records because I'm going away. But anyway, I spoke about it, and that's where it's one of the reasons people don't really learn it, because it's like, yeah, I mean, it's already kind of an uncomfortable topic, so I don't want to go into it even further. But the right thing to do is exactly the opposite, of course. So if you haven't heard of it, Google the Wheel of Emotions. You'll see like this big spectrum. There will be several colors, like the bigger sections that are like anger, fear, jealousy, something, you know, and then anger, of course. And then in each color section, there will be a lot of different options, and they're kind of showing you, at least in some versions of the wheel, how they're connected, or like the opposites, for example. Like there's a system to it. So basically the question is, how do we bring peace, and how do we live in peace with our emotions and our feelings? For the feminines, we see Four of Swords clarified by Knight of Cups. So we need to express our feelings and emotions from a rested place, from the empowered place, from a place of healing, a healed heart, right? So don't underestimate the process of healing, especially during sleep, when you nourish your body, when you, I don't know, do something for physical health and fitness, when you work on your mental health, like all of those things, even if they're not directly connected to the feelings and emotions that you have, but overall they are bringing more of that natural balance and empower you more. So there's a lot less need for your nervous system to express itself in a more of a destructive way, whether it's for self or others or both. And what about masculines? The Hierophant clarified by Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, both of these are earth energy. Very interesting. So for masculines, actually, for some of them, literally connection to nature, to earth, walking bare feet could be really beneficial at this time to ground the energy, right? And it helps stabilize, it helps harmonize, because you're essentially plugging yourself into Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. But it's also about recognizing the divine plan. As much as the Hierophant could be a representation of organized religion, regardless of what you believe in, what your higher power is, it's still recognition of a certain authority, right? Of a divine authority. And realizing that you are carrying out the mission of the divine, right? So this already should, like, this is a reassurance that you are on your path, that you're doing your best, that you can take it one step at a time, right? And if your plan, at some point you realize your plan is not in alignment, you can start again. To me, in this Ace of Pentacles, the emphasis is on the start, is on the newness of the energy, right? Like, there's nothing shameful or sinful to start again if what you tried before didn't work out for you. Okay, let me pull love messages, or messages in love for feminines first. Just to remind, this is not about the person, this is guidance for the feminine on what steps to take, what to pay attention to progress in love. Also talking about romantic love here, let's just be honest. But if for some reason you're thinking of someone else, meaning it could be a friend, family member, then just adjust the message for yourself. I got two messages, talking and karmic relationship. I think karmic relationship already had. Talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message, text, call, email. So this is about actually receiving communication. I'm hearing that when you have a conversation with your inner child, after that, the conversation is going to come into you from that special someone, or from a special someone at least. Karmic relationship, fleeting triggers, turmoil, lessons, letting go. Yes, so this is about finding that peace with feelings and emotions about what happened in the past. Not having to get to the bottom of it, not needing, I don't know, reconciliation or what's it called? Just some kind of closure, right? Like not necessarily needing it from that person. Understanding that this was a karmic cycle, that was karmic unfolding. Now I can process it myself and I can release it. I can relieve myself from this energy. Okay, for the masculines, let's get messages for divine masculines in love. Wow, got twin flames. They're actually, well, there are 3, not that many. But yeah, twin flames just kind of flipped in the deck, so I had to take it. Yin Yang, Zen, balance. I'm actually gonna be talking about Yin Yang balance in my tomorrow show. So I'm getting this as a sign for you guys, those who are watching this. I am gonna be talking about masculine and feminine polarity in the energy, and why it's important to balance it out, and obviously how you can balance it out. Why is it important for a healthy relationship? What does it mean, right? Like, what are the main principles of feminine masculine connection? It's not going to be just for twin flames, of course, so feel free to send the link or invite your, I'll actually post the link in the comments. Feel free to share it with others who you think would benefit from it. Balance, union, duality, coupling, so that's the balance part. Then we have the runner and the wedding rings. It's interesting because the runner is actually running away from the wedding rings. Wink wink for masculines who are running away from commitment. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. And the wedding rings are union, wedding, married. So you kind of have union vibes in both of these cards. And then soul connection, eternal love, all that. And then the runner just suddenly runs away. And this was here, by the way. It's like we have this great thing, soul connection, union, eternal love, and then the runner is just like in a different direction. So the main morale here, masculines, is that it's a good question to ask yourself of whether you are pushing the person away or running away in your situation, and why. Doesn't necessarily have to be about divine feminine. Maybe you're in a karmic relationship with someone else, right? But if you're avoiding discussing the issue, if you are avoiding deeper commitment, I don't know, moving in together, getting engaged, maybe you're long distance and you're still struggling to agree to a plan to move one way or the other, right? Like whatever it is, there is, and that's the disbalance really, right? So essentially you may see it as like as if you have good reasons for that, you know, like you're explaining to yourself, you're explaining to your person, but this is a time to have a real honest look at why are you really pushing your happiness away, right? And how you can work this out, but not necessarily to make it detrimental to yourself, as not gonna make anyone happy either, right? But where you can find the win-win situation, or at least to take smaller steps to build on it so that you can get into that more serious commitment with time, depending on your situation, of course. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I love you all, and until next time.